Do you know that just 1 minute under cold water can completely change your brain chemistry and release a burst of hormones that make you feel like a superhero? Imagine this scene with me. You stand in front of the bathtub, your heart pounding, your mind screaming, "Don't do it." But you turn the faucet to the coldest setting and step under the freezing water. In that exact moment, something amazing happens inside your body, a real revolution at the cellular level. Recent scientific studies reveal amazing facts. During the first seconds of your exposure to cold water, the level of the hormone norepinephrine in your body rises by 530%. Yes, 530%. This magical hormone is responsible for an immediate increase in your focus and mental alertness. And that's not all. At the same time, dopamine, the happiness hormone, jumps by 250%, which means your mood will instantly improve and you'll feel a natural high that surpasses any artificial stimulant. But how does this magic happen inside your body? Let me tell you the full story. When cold water touches your skin, what scientists call a benign cold shock occurs. Your sympathetic nervous system immediately activates, like a high-tech rescue alarm. Your body's cells sense the challenge and begin to release a series of complex biochemical reactions. The amazing thing is that your brain starts producing natural substances that are more potent than any drug. Endorphins are released in huge quantities, the same compound your body produces during strenuous exercise or moments of natural euphoria. But the real surprise is that the effect of these substances lasts for hours after the shower is over. A scientific study published in a major international medical journal was conducted on 33 people, and the results were astonishing. After just 5 minutes of immersion in 20 degrees Celsius, 68 degrees Fahrenheit cold water, MRI scans showed radical changes in brain networks. The areas responsible for controlling attention, emotions, and self-regulation became more interconnected and effective. What's even more exciting is that participants felt a significant increase in energy, alertness, attention, pride, and inspiration, while their feelings of distress and nervousness markedly decreased. It's as if cold water resets your brain's settings to their optimal mode. But the benefits don't stop at the psychological level, they extend to every cell in your body. Have you ever heard of brown fat? This special type of fat is a hidden treasure in your body, the complete opposite of regular white fat. Brown fat is a miniature power station that burns calories even while you sleep. And the amazing thing is that cold exposure is the most effective way to activate this magical fat. When you take a cold shower, your body starts converting regular white fat into active brown fat, and this process continues for hours after the shower is over. This means your metabolic rate will increase, and you'll burn more calories even without any extra effort. A Japanese study proved that people who were exposed to cold for 2 hours a day for 6 weeks increased their brown fat mass by 45% and their calorie burning rate by 13%. Now, let's talk about your immune system. Cold water exposure significantly stimulates the production of white blood cells, especially natural killer cells and T cells. These cells are your personal army against diseases and inflammation. A Dutch study involving over 3,000 people showed that people who took cold showers took 29% fewer sick days compared to those who only took warm showers. This means a stronger immune system and greater resistance to illnesses. The secret is that the positive stress caused by the cold trains your immune system to handle challenges better. It's like a workout for the immune system. The more it faces regular challenges, the stronger and more efficient it becomes. As for blood circulation, cold water acts as a natural pump for your heart and blood vessels. When you're exposed to cold, blood vessels constrict, and when you warm up, they expand. This process is like cardiovascular exercise, which improves circulation and naturally strengthens the heart. A Czech study showed that people who swam in cold water had a 10 mmHg reduction in their systolic blood pressure and a 15% improvement in their blood vessel elasticity. And now, let me share one of the most exciting facts: the effect of cold water on cortisol, the well-known stress hormone. Research has proven that regular cold water exposure reduces chronic cortisol levels, which means improved sleep quality, reduced stress, and a better overall mood. It's as if cold water resets your body's stress management system, making it more resilient and capable of handling the pressures of daily life. But what about the psychological and spiritual aspects? This is where the real magic lies. Cold water exposure teaches you something deeper than just physical benefits. It teaches you willpower and self-control. When you decide to get under the cold water despite your mind's natural resistance, you are training the muscle of self-discipline. This training isn't limited to the moment of the shower. It reflects on all aspects of your life. You become more capable of making difficult decisions, more steadfast in the face of challenges, and more confident in your ability to overcome obstacles. Psychological studies confirm that people who practice cold exposure regularly show a significant improvement in psychological resilience and mental fortitude. God Almighty created our bodies with profound wisdom, and He placed amazing defensive and adaptive mechanisms within them. Cold exposure activates these natural mechanisms that God has given us, so we get great health benefits without the need for medicines or chemical substances. And now, how do you start your cold showering journey? Don't suddenly jump into icy water. Instead, follow a smart, gradual approach. Start by lowering the water temperature slightly at the end of your regular shower, for just 30 seconds. Each day, make the water a little colder and increase the duration by 10 extra seconds. Within 2 weeks, you'll be able to spend 2 to 3 minutes under cold water at a temperature of 15 to 20 degrees Celsius, 59 to 68 degrees Fahrenheit. This is the level where the real benefits begin to appear. The golden trick is to control your breathing. When you step under the cold water, focus on taking deep, slow breaths. Inhale through your nose for 4 seconds, hold your breath for 2 seconds, then exhale through your mouth for 6 seconds. This regular breathing will help you adapt to the cold more quickly. And never forget safety. If you have heart problems or blood pressure issues, consult your doctor first. A gradual start is key to avoiding any risks. The optimal time for a cold shower is early in the morning. This will give you a natural energy boost that lasts all day and will significantly improve your focus and productivity. As for the optimal duration, studies indicate that 2 to 4 minutes are completely sufficient to get most of the benefits. You don't need to torture yourself for hours. Consistency and persistence are the key. And here's another amazing fact: the effect of a cold shower on creativity and innovation. A study from Harvard University showed that people who are regularly exposed to cold achieve higher scores on creative thinking and innovative problem-solving tests. The reason for this is that the positive stress of the cold activates new areas in the brain and stimulates the formation of new neural connections. This means your mind becomes more flexible and capable of finding unconventional solutions to problems. Cold water exposure significantly improves sleep quality. Melatonin hormone naturally rises after cold exposure, which helps you sleep more deeply and wake up more actively. And now let me share an inspiring story. Wim Hof, known as the Iceman, developed a scientific method of cold exposure through which he was able to control his autoimmune system in a way that scientists previously considered impossible. In a controlled scientific experiment, Wim Hof was injected with bacterial toxins that normally cause flu-like symptoms. But through his breathing and cold exposure techniques, he was able to prevent any symptoms from appearing at all. Moreover, when he taught his techniques to a group of volunteers, they achieved the same amazing results. This scientifically proved that cold has a superior ability to strengthen our immune system and improve our ability to face diseases. And let's talk about specific benefits for athletes and active people. Cold showering greatly accelerates the muscle recovery process. The inflammation that occurs in muscles after exercise decreases by 40% when exposed to cold water for 10 to 15 minutes after the workout. Cold also stimulates the production of anti-inflammatory proteins, which means faster recovery and better performance in subsequent workouts. As for women, there are amazing specific benefits. Cold water improves blood circulation in the scalp, which strengthens hair and increases its shine. It also tightens pores in the skin and stimulates natural collagen production, which delays signs of aging and maintains skin freshness. A German study showed that women who took cold showers 3 times a week for 2 months improved their skin elasticity by 25% and had a noticeable reduction in small wrinkles. The amazing truth is that the benefits of cold water are cumulative. The more you continue, the greater the benefits you get. People who have been practicing cold showering for years develop exceptional resistance to cold and diseases and maintain a high energy level even at an advanced age. God Almighty has placed a sign and wisdom in everything, and in our exposure to the cold, which we may initially find difficult and painful, we find great benefits for our bodies, minds, and souls. It's a lesson in patience, perseverance, and faith in the Creator's wisdom. As God Almighty said, "But perhaps